Salam sejahtera. Today my group will be presenting on performance management. First of all, I will present the background of the company. The background of the company that we choose is Petronas. It was established in August 1974. Okay, according to the 1971 plan, Petronas' goal should be safeguard national sovereignty over oil and gas reserve to plan for both present and future national. The next is the performance department Petronas. Employees performance management is a system in which the Petronas align its resources, system and employees to strategic objectives and priorities in becoming high-performing organization. For the next is the strategic role. First is proven capabilities to maximize value. The custom of the nation oil and gas with a long-term commitment to maximize its value for the deep-rooted pledge. Second is the pioneering development in gas. The world's demand for natural oil and gas as a greener energy resource is steadily increased, with industrial and power sector majorly contribute to the spike in the consumption. While supply is abundant, it calls for a player with end-to-end capabilities to ensure that the resource is responsibly managed and delivered in a timely manner. For the third is the enhancing valuable resources. They have gas infrastructure and utilities, involving gas processing and utilities, as well as gas transmission and regasification. They process the natural gas from offshore field and transport them to customers in Malaysia and Singapore through the Peninsular Gas Network, spanning across 2,500 kilometers.
Human Resource Policy. In 2016, Petronas made enhancement to the Human Resource Policy to empower and support the employee work-life balance needs. These are three include: first is 3-month fully paid maternity leave, second is 5-day paternity leave and increase from 3 days, third is compressed work week or CWW and flexible working hour. The flexibility allows employees to customize and optimize their 39 working hours per week. Next is performance appraisal. Petronas using management by objective or MBO is the appraisal method where manager and employee working together to identify, plan and organize and communicate objectives to focus on during a specific appraisal period. For example, the manager of the Petronas will set the goals in the department and control the progress. Next is step to implement a successful MBO program at Petronas. First is every manager must have 5 or 3 goals expressed in specific measurement term. Second is manager can propose the goal in writing. Third is each goal need to include a description. Third is determine how progress will be measured and how frequently. 5 is list down corrective action. And the last one is ensure that goals at each level are related to the organizational objective and level. Next is Petronas using psychological appraiser as their performance appraiser. Psychological appraiser come in handy to determine the hidden potential of the employees. These are three advantages of psychological appraiser. First, it extracts measurable and objective data about not just an employee performance but also potential. Second, it can be deployed easily when compared with other performance appraiser method. Third is offer introverted or shy employee a platform to shine and prove their potential. Next is Petronas come out with the compensation strategy and how to retaining the engineer in the oil and gas industry. These strategies and program usually related with the benefit and privilege offered to the employees, and some of the one included in this area would be support to education, saving plans and retire system. That is holiday with pay, and the last one is insurance program.
Moving on to the next section, employee performance management is a system in which Petronas aligns its resources, systems, and employees to strategic objectives and priorities in becoming a high-performing organization. The most general and widely adopted HRM practices of all time are the soft and hard visions. These practices are actually the different and opposite opinions of human managerial and nature. There are several opinions where we can see the difference between these two practices, which are how employees are treated, focus, salary, empowerment, performance appraisal, structures, and leadership style. In Petronas, they are applying soft HRM practices because employees are a very valuable asset for the organization. Petronas has very committed and loyal employees because they are treated equally fair and they are treated as very important assets of the company. Petronas employees are very well taken care of and their ideology and suggestion is accepted and valued by the organization. The first opinion in hard versus soft HRM practices are how employees are treated. In hard HRM practice, the employees are treated in a strict manner, whereas in soft HRM practice, they are treated as if they are very important asset to the organization. Other than that, in soft HRM practices, the employees are treated with respect as they are individual with their needs. The next opinion is the organization focus. In hard HRM practice, workforce needs is identified to suit recruitment and business management, whereas in soft HRM practice, rewards, compensation, and motivation are given importance. In terms of salary, in hard HRM practice, they are given minimum wages, whereas in soft HRM practice, an overall competitive and balanced salary structure can be seen. In terms of empowerment, hard HRM practices, delegation and minimum empowerment, whereas soft HRM practices, authority and empowerment given to the employees for decision making. In terms of performance appraisals, in hard HRM practice, they make judgment of what is bad or good, and in soft HRM practice, they improve and address training and development to improve performance and also use performance appraisals to motivate the employees. Next, in terms of structures, hard HRM practices has taller structure, whereas soft HRM practices has flatter structure. And lastly, for leadership style, the hard HRM practices mostly practice autocratic leadership style, whereas soft HRM practice They practice democratic leadership style. Petronas has the best practice approach as they believe in compensation and reward system in producing the best outcome from the employees. This helps them to produce proactive employees and a balanced working environment for both employer and the employee. They have also outlined several best practice features, which are development of employee reward and promotion, progression and development in career, performance approval, perform fairly, well-structured communication structure, well-structured recruitment and selection process, environmental working place, team, and high commitment management system.
Human resource procedure involved. There are rules and regulations that are guidelines to human resource practice. Firstly is training and development. The guideline is every employee should be scheduled to go for training every once a year or twice a year. Secondly is scheduled training should not be improving technical skill only, but also the employee need to training for managing stress, self-confidence, and emotional control. Secondly is performance appraisal. The performance rating should be done periodically, fair and square, which involving all the stages of the hierarchy of the organization. Secondly is to include a self-evaluation section into performance appraisal, providing the workers an opportunity to think about his performance. Thirdly is compensation. The guideline is develops attractive compensation strategy that can benefit both of the organization and employees. For example, an insurance program that covers accident, health, and life as long as the employee remains with the company. Next, employee empowerment and ownership. Practice employees to make their immediate decisions and granting sufficient authority on their job and take responsibility for the result. Lastly is work environment. The guideline is to expand the cultural diversity of the organization. To conclude this analysis, the human resource utilization and practice in oil and gas trade in Malaysia should be more improved and monitored over time for its effectiveness through the employee of the organization are attentive to its importance. This will be a result of, in oil and gas trade, engineering instrumentality are useless if does not have the right hands and worker to handle the instrumentality. That is why effective human resource utilization is extremely vital. Thank you.
Okay, that's all for me. Bye.
Bye!